Oh, what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh yeah, new
Welcome,
episode,
welcome, everyone.
episode
Uh,
two, season two, baby.
yeah, it's
My
not
bad,
just
my
me
bad, my
today,
bad.
y'all.
I
I
had to go in
promise
the
you,
fridge
he's
real quick.
coming back.
I had to go in the fridge. My bad. Ah, yeah.
It's been a
All
long
right, man.
day.
Episode freaking two, man. Episode two. Hey, what's good, man? What's good?
Ain't not much chilling. How's everything with you?
I'm, you know, work, life,
As always, gotta pay
kids.
bills.
Ah, man. Let's jump straight into this, man. Let's jump straight into this. Noah freaking Lyles. If anybody's been under a rock, Noah Lyles is a track star, a world gymnast, if you so to say, and he made comments saying that you can't call yourself a world champion because your championship is national. I'm he didn't say it verbatim, but I'm summarizing what he said. But yeah, thoughts?
Um, I mean, I would like to be with him about that, but you just can't. It's just like what we was speaking about in the last episode when we like it's an AAU era versus an international era type of thing
Mhm.
going on. The league is so filled with international talent where if we look at the league right now, the top 5 people, top 5, top 10 people is mostly international. And if this was, 1970s, something like that, I would understand what he's saying. But
Right.
nowadays, there's so much international talent in this game. And last time I checked, people who don't make it in the NBA don't go overseas. The people who can make it in the NBA come from overseas to the NBA to play, to say we could play with the best. It's not vice versa.
Very, very true. Very true. Um,
Adam Silver don't tell you to go learn Chinese, buddy, does he? Because that's what Adam Silver says. Nobody, I don't even know. I don't even know who a chairman of another league is. You gonna tell them to go speak English? That's probably a plus. They probably be
I
like,
mean,
"Oh, I'll learn English tomorrow. Let me
all
go
right.
play with
So
LeBron."
let me play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. You have to be on a world stage in order to be considered a world champion. So Olympics, FIBA, etc.
Mhm.
Right? So NBA players from the United States of America are reigning FIBA and Olympic world champions. So technically, they can say they are world champions. So if you want to say, okay, the NBA finals may be national, but the thing is, there's an international team because Canada is not a part of the United States. Toronto technically is an international team. Then you have, I would say, 15, anywhere between 15 to 25% of the players in the NBA are from somewhere else.
I'd give it more than that.
Well, I
You know,
mean, I,
you
I,
know
I mean,
why?
I don't
Listen,
want to say like
yeah,
I would
I
say
know we
probably
don't know
born
the
outside
exact.
of out of the United States, but a lot of them did grow up here. A lot of them, what I'm
Yeah,
saying, spent a lot of their
because
time here.
I always get surprised every year that this comes around that Carl Anthony Towns is Dominican. That always throws me off for some reason. I'm
Now,
like, I
I think
forgot
what
he's
throws me
not
off
a,
is that Shaw's Canadian.
Yeah, that too,
That throws me
Shay.
off. I know RJ is, but it always throws me off
Yeah,
that Shaw's Canadian. But
yeah, but go ahead.
yeah, I mean, when you take it from that aspect, I mean, I agree with you on the international aspect. Whereas when they, because it's not like somebody from Kentucky is dreaming of going to China and play. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Somebody from Cali is not dreaming to go to Australia to play. You know what I mean? You have international play, but majority of the international play are players that cannot make it into the NBA or are too young, like Luca was. Luka was too young to enter into the draft at 16.
Mhm.
He had to wait. So, like, I don't get that sentiment. You have the best, the world's best playing in the NBA. So if we could take that, then yeah, they're world champions. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
world
that's a
champions.
fact. I like I said, I wouldn't. I'll say now the way the game is, yeah, but I'm not gonna sit here and say like nobody even. There's probably a handful of people who actually sit there and say when anybody wins a championship, the world champions. You'll get that. You know who says that? That commercial right after when they trying to sell you a hat. That's the only time it truly says that. After that, everybody just says we're champions. They don't even say world champions.
Yeah, I
Only
mean,
the hat commercial after they win.
no, yeah, but you look at the Super Bowl world champions, you look at the baseball World Series. I mean, you have the this is the pinnacle. This is the top of the tops. I mean, you don't have players, coming out 5-star recruits
But
going to
what I'm
Duke and they're like, "Oh yeah, my dream is to play for the Zhejiang Beijing Sharks."
yeah,
Like
but you're not really listening. Even when you said that about baseball and NFL, it does. I don't know. Like, am I tripping where I don't really see world champions posted anywhere when it comes to basketball like that?
nah, not with basketball. I mean, you
That's what
see it
I'm
with football.
saying.
You see it
With
with football,
football,
and
with
you see
that,
it with
like, so
baseball.
he would probably would have
A
a
better
thing with that.
argument with the
Yeah,
different
but what I'm
sports.
with this NBA, like, I don't really
I
see
mean,
no
no,
headline saying
I
the
think it's
world
on like they
champions.
have it on a
Usually.
T-shirt. It'll say world
But that's
champion,
that's the
but they
only
don't like.
time
It's
is
not like
those.
publicized. It's not like
Yeah,
Kobe won and
nobody.
he was like, "I'm a world champion." No,
Yeah,
like
nobody says that. They just say I'm a
I'm,
champion. Even
yeah,
the people on who amplify this game, Stephen A. Smith, who talk about it, they'll say world champions to emphasize something like these are the world champions. But
yeah,
when they just say, yo, he has 5 championships. He don't say he has 5 world championships.
yeah. Nobody, no,
Nobody really
I don't
says
think
that. So for
anybody
him to
talks
come
like
out
that.
like that just to boost his accomplishment, like
Yeah,
it's
I don't think
crazy.
anybody talks like that, to
Like
be honest. I mean, but
honestly,
think about it though. Think of any sport, even in soccer. I mean, FIFA is one of the it's pretty much one worldwide. It's the biggest sport in the world, soccer.
yeah,
They don't even when they win a World Cup. I mean, it's a World Cup, right? But they don't
yeah,
say like world champions. I won the World Cup. Yeah, world is in it, but they don't like go around saying like no, they're just champions.
that's it.
We're champions.
And
Like
like I said, it just more so I just feel some type of way that he really did that, like to
I
boost what
I
he
think
did. Like
I
you just had your
yeah,
moment,
he
you
did it so
won,
he could put
you did
himself
your
up.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, all right, cool. You ran against the world and you won. Y'all did it.
right.
Yes, let's go US. But how you gonna put the US up and then put them down at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
It's weirdo behavior, man. It's weirdo
upside
behavior.
down. I don't
I
know.
can't get jiggy with that, man. I think when you have people like that, it's like it's like a backhanded compliment almost. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like let me compliment you by not compliment you, but compliment myself in the process and put myself up on this. Like, no, bro. Like at
Yeah.
the end of the day, this is the pinnacle of sports. Period. Period.
Hmm.
I think the only time the U.S. ever really loses is in baseball. That's only because Puerto Ricans and Dominicans are just better.
That's just
They're just
they've been
better.
growing up playing stickball,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what I'm
Like,
saying? Soccer too. I mean,
like,
that's it. But when it comes to football, when it comes to basketball, this is the pinnacle. This is just it. This is cream of the crop. So
yeah.
yeah,
And
they're
that's what
world
yeah,
champions.
like you said, that's for now because you see the other places they doing so fantastic in this
Yeah. And nowadays
FIBA
they're
so
playing
far.
games in international places. You
Hmm.
got football games
Yeah,
being
because
played
they just
in the UK and basketball games being played in
yeah.
Mexico.
Isn't Dallas they just announced that they was playing somewhere else too?
Yeah, I think
Are
they
they
playing in
playing
Germany or
with
something like that. Yeah, so
yeah.
you have you these. It's not like these. I mean, not to sound not politically correct, but Chinese kids like when they go to China, they're going crazy for these NBA players. James Harden was just over there. they did not want him to leave. Yo, play for our team and stuff like that. Like, nah, give me like 5 years, and then I'll come. I'll be my Stephon Marbury. Build me a statue. But
Big
they're not. It's players are not going crazy to play over there. They play over there because they can't play it. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't, either you can't cut it or the money's over there because you don't want to be in the G League.
Yeah.
It's one of the two. There's no in between there. So yeah, I mean, world champions, man. And I hope whoever wins the NBA championship this year, let it be LeBron. I hope I'm a world champion. Speaking of,
that'd be hilarious.
Speaking of LeBron, though. Speaking of LeBron, does LeBron have enough to win? Does he?
Oh Lord. I mean, it's year 21.
Wait. Before you even broach that question, my question is that it's a question on a question. My first question is, how many years does LeBron honestly have left? Playing at the level he's still playing at. Honestly, how many years does he really have left?
I ain't gonna lie, he probably got like a good 2. I'll give him that. If anything, where he can play at this level. And that's just pushing it still.
Yeah, that's pushing it. That's pushing because it's LeBron.
Yeah. You can't just say nah, like right. We gotta really see how this year goes.
I agree with that. I think
if it was anybody else,
2 more years left to actually as a starter and doing starter things. But after those 2 years, I think it's more of a let's role play. You're not starting. You're not, if you still want to play, I think he's gonna have to have a bench kind of role. And I don't think he's gonna be willing to do that. I think he retires.
Yeah, he's gonna call that a rap. He ain't coming off the bench.
Nah, he's not.
That's LeBron.
And deservedly so. I don't think he should.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He got to pull one of them Allen Iversons and just be like,
give it up. Hang up the shoes. In these 2 years that we're both giving him, does he have enough to win? Does he have enough to win this year? And if they keep everything together and maybe add a couple of pieces wherever their cap is looking at, can he win in these next 2 years?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say no. And the reason I'm gonna say no is because he looked gassed. Period, doing what he had to do last year against Denver, going through the whole season and then playing, until they got to Denver. He looked gassed.
But what about his surrounding?
And now,
I mean,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Now you got to really truly depend on Anthony Davis, of all people. This is
tough.
That's what I'm saying. Anthony Davis, and then the next big man behind Anthony Davis is Jason. Hayes, right? Jackson Hayes. That's why it threw me off. I said
Jackson Hayes, yeah.
It's Jackson Hayes, like unproven. Everybody truly on that roster is unproven. Only person you could sit there and say is Gabe Vincent, because last year he did his thing, but there's no guarantee he's going to be able to replicate what he did last year because LeBron has to have his touches. Anthony Davis have to have his touches.
Yeah, I agree with
Back when he was in Miami, Gabe was in Miami. He could, look, Bam ain't like that. He don't really need his touches. He just needs to set screens and get some rolls. You know what I mean? Butler, he gonna get his touches because he has mismatches. He's just too strong and too fast.
And they still got white boy Austin Reeves.
Yeah, Austin Reeves.
Yeah. And
like I said,
in my opinion, I still think Austin Reeves, he's not a star. He's not moving the needle. He's somebody that's a really good role player.
He's good when he's around people who's gonna make look.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso was in that spot. Now he went to Brooklyn and he ain't got much people around him who's really looking at him.
Really thrive off. A really good role player needs somebody to really, really be able to thrive off. And Austin Reeves without LeBron, without AD, and then on top of that, you have to also look at what's up with AD's health. Is AD going to be able to be healthy the full season? Can LeBron be healthy enough to get through a whole season, even with rest and all the seasonal things that they do to get their body rights to sustain even 60 games. Because not only do you have to play these 60 games, because let's be honest, LeBron is not going to play more than 70 games.
Yeah.
I give it between 60 and 70 games, right? And I'm not saying because of injury, I'm saying just rest and not back to back and stuff like that. It's probably going to be around 60 to 70 games he's going to play, right? Without injuries.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get through those games. And then there's 16 games in the playoffs that
16
you have to win
wins.
to win. 16
That's not
games that
even
you have to
including the
win.
losses, because you know they taking the
Yeah,
losses
so that's what I'm
too.
saying. So that's just 16 games that you have to win. And that's not even if you're a playing team. But let's not even go into that category, because if they make it to if they have to go through the play-in, there's
Yeah, that's another
how
1 to 3 games you got to play.
and LeBron has already logged more minutes than any NBA player in the league currently, or maybe even ever. I got to look at the stats, but I
Yeah.
mean he's there.
Mm-hmm. And I don't care
So
how much you condition your body throughout the years.
yeah, it's gonna break down.
Age
Father
is
Time's gonna catch up.
age. Age
Yeah,
is
Father Time is
age.
gonna catch up.
And where is where.
Yeah, well, I agree. So
So
does he win? Does he win in these next 2 years?
yeah,
Is
if he goes to
Oh,
the
all right.
Warriors,
Let's put in a percentage. Give in this year and next year. Give me 2 percentages on how likely is it for LeBron to win in these next 2 years.
well, I still give it a real low chance at the end of the day. I'm going to give it a low chance, probably like a 10-15, if that, for both of them. Like anywhere in there, like probably even lower. I promise you, I just don't. And it's not because it's LeBron. It's because what they have to
Because
do
of what
around
they have
him.
around him, yeah.
And it's just like he's getting older. So it's like, yo, he has to go throughout the whole season with you guys. And if you guys are the team is built around him, you got to rely on D'Angelo Russell throughout the year. How much wins do you think he going to net you?
Yeah.
That's the things I'm
Yeah, I
saying,
don't.
Rui. Like all these guys that look good when LeBron has the ball and he's dictating stuff. But
And this
once
is
they gotta
hard.
do it consistently, it's tough. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's hard because when you try to mix in youth with veteran, because that's kind of like what this Lakers team is made up with. There's a lot of vets and a lot of youth. When you mix it, it has to be the perfect blend, and they got to catch fire at the right time in the season. And I
Mhm.
think they hit a stride last year, but you hit a stride last year and then lost pieces coming into the season. And I don't think that the pieces that went out and that came in is enough to justify that much of a difference moving forward. My percentage for them, year one, 40%. And on my opinion, that's high because it's LeBron. You still have to give LeBron credit. And healthy AD, healthy LeBron puts you over the top. I'm sorry, it does. In the West, it makes them a legitimate shot. But with that legitimate shot, it's the pieces around you. Do you trust D'Angelo? Because D'Angelo is very streaky. And in my opinion, he's more of an ISO type of point guard and not a pass first. And this is what they need. They need a point guard that not just could score consistently. I'm talking about 15 to 20 points a night. That's what they need.
Mhm.
D'Angelo's not giving you that.
Nope.
On a consistent night, he's not giving you that. He
Nope.
could go for 25 one night, he'll go for 5 the next. There's no consistency. They need consistent 15 to 20 points per game from their point guard, and they need somebody that's going to be able to see the floor and facilitate it well. Because if you're relying on LeBron to do everything, you're just giving him more work to do, and you're going to wear him down as the season goes. I don't. That's why I'm giving 40% this year. I give him 10% the final year.
Like I said, that 40 is high because we got to deal with the other teams in this league. It's not
I
like
mean,
it's just if it's
look.
just him, like
It's
versus
LeBron. It's the
whoever.
LeBron effect,
Cool.
though. Who do you trust more? Do you trust LeBron to get everything together and get everything right, and nobody want to let LeBron down, or do you trust the league better? Like that's what it really comes down to.
You gotta
I
take your
trust
numbers. I
LeBron.
feel
I
it.
trust. Look,
I trust
we had this
LeBron, but it's
conversation
just the
last year.
pieces. It's the
Yeah, we had
pieces
this
around
conversation
him. You
last year.
can't
They didn't
trust
have enough
them.
pieces, but they
Those
still made a
those
run.
so you telling me those pieces, how much is those pieces in that 40% giving you? What's that 40%? What's those pieces? Are they 10%
You
and
just need to
LeBron
get to the
30?
playoffs. You just need to get
Like,
LeBron to the playoffs. I'm talking about 40%. They get to the playoffs, they have a 40% chance to go. That's what I'm talking about. Because that's literally what we're playing for. We're playing for the playoffs. Let's get to the playoffs. Let's get it shaken. If they get to the playoffs, I'm giving LeBron a 40% chance to win the finals.
yeah, I'm still not. I'm still not. You can't talk me into that one. I'm still not. And if he does win, kudos to him.
Okay.
Number 5, but I don't believe it just
Okay.
because.
Okay.
Because
So what's your percentage? Like
like
where are you at?
I told you 10, 15 the
10,
most.
15. Both years or just
Yes,
the first
for
year? Just
both
this
years,
year.
like
Okay.
in the 10 to
Okay.
15%, and that's it. 15
Okay.
being the highest.
And it's crazy because you're higher on LeBron than I am.
Like,
I'm
I
giving him
don't
more of a
know.
chance. That's the craziest part. You're higher on LeBron than I am.
I
I'm
don't know. I
almost
don't
a
even know
LeBron
about
hater. People
that.
hate my takes.
No. People don't like me. I don't like. I like LeBron, but I hate LeBron.
Nah, I hate LeBron. Hate him.
Like the
Hate him. Love
passion.
him. Hate it. Hate his
Yeah,
guts.
can't stand him.
Hate his guts. All right, moving on. Moving on. Should Giannis leave? There's a lot of talk. Giannis told the front office, hey, I need to know everybody's committed as me because I want to win more than this one ring. I'm not satisfied. If I'm gonna be amongst the greats, if I'm gonna be there with the Kareems, with the Elijah Wands, if I'm gonna be up there with the greats, I need more than one ring. If y'all not committed, I need to know now because I need to start looking around the league, seeing where I want to go.
Yeah,
Should he leave or should he stay?
I mean, it depends on what they can do. It's tough because Drew Holiday. He said it
Drew
already.
Holiday's
He's
gonna
not
retire.
coming
I think
back.
this is his
Yeah,
last
that's
year.
what I'm
He
saying.
already talked about
He's not coming back.
Middleton
That's
is
one.
injury prone. He's been injury prone
Yeah,
the last 2-3
and then
years.
it's like he's not gonna be 100. Like if he come back to Middleton that they need, that'd be fantastic. But it's like at the end of the day, that one chip,
How
it's
much
like
longer are you gonna have Lopez?
how much longer are you gonna sit there and lean on one championship after you got rid of the coach?
Yeah.
After you got a rookie coach in
That's the
there.
craziest part. The fire Boldenholzer, like he didn't do. Like I could understand, like they didn't make the playoffs. There was a top seed in the East.
A top seed.
They
Like
just
I
lost to
understand
a
the
team
talk about
that was hot. They lost to a team that caught hot. It
yeah.
happens. I'm not
And like
fired.
I
Would you have fired
understand
him?
about the oh, you know what I would have did? I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have fired him.
But he would have been
But
on the hot seat.
it's not even that. I wouldn't have fired him, but I would have personally sat him down and we would have had to make adjustments on the rest of the staff.
Okay.
And I say that
I agree with that.
Because look, Budenholzer he's got the house already. You know what I mean? These people respect him. He did what he did. Giannis has had this crazy years, and Giannis is a family dude. Damn, sorry if that's loud. Giannis is a family dude, family oriented. So that's one of his pieces at this point. Like he came in after Jason Kidd and brought him to the top.
And he didn't even want to lose Jason.
Exactly. So it's like I understand the evils that you're saying, but you lost, you got rid of Jason and brought a coach that knew what he was doing. Now you come in with a rookie coach. It's not guaranteed that he even has perfect style. You got to learn a new style. Why you got 1 year left with one of your players that's the big dogs in y'all. So it's like I can understand him. Go ahead.
And then you don't have the role players. Who can you depend on? Can you depend on to come off that bench? I'm not dependent on Bobby Portis.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Love Bobby, and I think he's been fantastic.
He's been fantastic in his role, but
at the end of the day, you need a top 7 to 8 players truly in the playoffs, and it's like, yo,
especially
Who
with
do
a
you
top
really,
heavy East. I mean, you look at
bro?
Philadelphia is still a threat as long as they haven't beat, even with the question mark around Harden. You have, you, I mean, I want to I want to toot the Knicks horn, but the
Yeah, the
Knicks
next
are
one.
a threat.
Yeah.
Miami's a threat. Boston is the biggest threat in the East. So
Mhm.
you look at those pieces on paper. I feel like the Bucks on paper, even including Giannis, is still not a top 14 right
Yeah,
now as it stands. They're not.
yeah, there.
Top
Yeah,
5, 6, 7-ish. Yeah. Can Giannis take him over the hump and win a lot of games for them? Yeah, he can. He can win them 15 games probably on his own. But are those 15 games going to give you 50 wins? Because that's what you're going to need in order to be a top seed in the East.
yeah. So you know, so you could choose who you playing against. You could
Yeah.
get some of the bums, you know what I mean, at the bottom possibly, but
Yeah, because you don't want to go you don't want to go into the playoffs as a fifth or a sixth seed, catch a red hot defensive minded Miami who you don't even know who's gonna have as their starting point guard right
mhm,
now. Or Boston. No, God forbid you run into Boston in the
that's
first
the
round.
kicker right there.
Boston's
He's
not
going
leaving in the
down.
first round, bro. They're
Yeah,
not. They're
he's
not.
going
I
down if that's the case.
Boston might go to the finals. I mean, they're my pick
Yeah,
to go to the finals. I mean,
definitely up there.
so I just don't know. I think that right now Giannis is at a point where he needs to really look at all those pieces around him, see what they do this year, see how he gels with the coach, because it's not always proven. The coach comes in, tries to change the culture. The culture was
Mhm.
already established. Older players wanted this. First of all, none of the players, from all the reports, none of the players liked the fact that Mike got fired and didn't like how he got fired. On top of that,
Bruh.
he got fired right after a death in his family. Like, that's the craziest thing to me. They
I
couldn't even
forgot
wait like a
about
week or
that.
two. You know what I'm saying?
God,
Put out a report and saying, "Oh, Mike Bullenhout, hold, his job is on the line." Put the reports out there. Give him time to grieve and then fire him. Like, that's crazy to me. What was it, like 2 days after he lost his brother or something
man.
like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. I totally forgot that happened.
And he got fired.
That's tough.
That's the craziest thing to me.
Yeah, like I
Did you
said,
meet with Giannis before you fired him, or was this
that's
just
what
a
I'm saying.
rash
It's just a
decision? Like,
GM decision. GM talking to the owner and just like, hey, he's out.
we need a new voice. I
Yeah,
think he lost the locker room. He didn't lose the locker room.
he ain't
They
lose
was
nothing.
injured going into the playoffs. They didn't have a 100% Middleton. I don't even think Drew was healthy.
Exactly, and that's something your star player understands. Like we talk about adjustments, and that's what I say. Like that's the reason why they sit there talk the whole Milwaukee and the whole media talking about adjustments. But I'm like, the most adjustments are gonna come from the rest of your staff too. They're gonna be in your ear. That's what I'm sitting here saying. Like I wouldn't have gotten rid of Budenholzer because just like when you think about it, just like even let's go back then to Phil Jackson. He
Yeah,
didn't even come up with the triangle offense. Somebody on his
he did it.
staff said, "Yo,
Somebody else
let's
did.
do this,"
It
and
was it
he's the
was
one who,
he just implemented it. It
yeah,
was it was
he's the one who got them to
it was
buy
his mentor.
in.
His mentor was the one that came up with it.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
then he
saying.
wasn't even the one that was trying to run it. It was one of his staff members that was like, remember when Red told you this? I think we should run that. It's perfect with Kobe.
Hmm.
I mean, not Kobe, LeBron. I mean,
Jordan.
God damn,
Yeah,
Jordan. and
yeah.
and boom. Because he learned that from Red. Red
Hmm.
Auerbach.
Yeah.
He learned that from Red. That wasn't
So it's
something he came
like,
up with.
yeah, it's like sometimes you just keep the coach who already got these people and you just make
Mhm.
adjustments behind them where they could sit there and be like, all right, cool. And he implements it, gets them to buy into it and something like that before you move on from him. Let him get his last year chance with his core, the
Yep.
people who he won a championship with,
Yep.
and adjust around him. And if that don't work, guess what? Those people you brought in, most likely, hey, look,
To go
if
with the
they
coach.
gotta go, yeah, if they gotta go with the coach, and the new
But
coach comes in and wants his people, then it is what it
that is
is.
what it is. That's how you know if it's the coach or it's the people around the coach. You tell the
Mhm.
coach, look, your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, whatever's going on over there, the other coaches, your conditioning coach, I don't know who it is, all of them got to go. You need to pick new ones, right?
Yeah.
Boom. I get new ones. It's still my system. It's still everything that I'm running. They're just helping implement everything. They're helping
Mhm.
me get everything together, helping me come up with new plays and
Yeah.
new drops and stuff like that, running the huddles. Okay. Still wrong. We still don't make it past it. We're still not going back to the championship or to the conference finals or whatever, right? Now at that point in time, you're like, it's Mike.
Yeah.
And then on
That's
top of
it.
that, you don't meet up with your star, with your star. Like you're talking about top 10,
Yeah.
debatably top 5 in the league player,
And
and
that's
you don't
just a
meet up with
bad
him.
omen.
You don't.
That's a
That is a.
bad omen to me.
So you're
Like,
telling me Genie Bus don't go to LeBron? Like we're thinking about firing Vogel. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
we might bring in somebody else. Oh, you know who's available? Darwin Ham. Oh, I know Darwin Ham. That's my man's. Like, yeah. Or LeBron was like, yo, if y'all fire Vogel, I'm not telling y'all to fire him, but if y'all fire him, there's this other coach, Darwin Ham. That's my man's. And I think he's
yeah,
excellent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to your star player.
yeah,
That's it. I can understand a situation like Mark Jackson, for instance. Mark Jackson, he was a hard coach. He was a hard coach. The players either loved him or they hated him. It was there was no in between. There was no love hate. It was just love or hate. They brought in a new voice, Steve Kerr. Rest is history, and
yeah.
it actually worked out because Steve Kerr, his play style is a lot like Steph's. And he brought out something in Steph that was better than what Mark Jackson was able to bring out.
Hmm.
Not to mention, Steve Kerr was under the Popovich tree.
Yeah.
So a lot of his plays was fundamental based. Whereas Mark Jackson, he's from a different era, and a lot of his plays were more defensive, not give up too many points, no three balls type of thing.
Hmm.
It's not conducive to the way Steph and Clay play, but Kerr was able to bring it out of him. I can understand in that situation, but we're talking about Mike, who's a proven winning coach, who's also under the Popovich tree, and who Giannis absolutely adored.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd was the one that told him, yo, give him a chance. I know Mike. He's good. Gave him a chance. They won a ring. The first ring in Milwaukee. So no, I don't agree with anything that organization did. And if I'm
Uh-huh.
Giannis,
I'm out, bro.
I'm out.
Look,
Yeah, I'm out.
we out. Like you doing
I'm
stuff
out.
like that, and trust me, I just seen what's going on with Dame. You
Hmm.
think my lord? I'm cool. That one ring gonna be sit there and make it like, yo, you did what you had to do. It got us a ring. I got us a ring.
Yep.
We square. You know what I mean? If I want to go, I'm out. Like it is what it is.
I'll say this. As a player, you have to be loyal to yourself. And the only time you could be loyal to your team is if your team has been loyal to you.
Yeah,
Case in point,
exactly.
Stephen Curry.
Yep.
They've been loyal to him. Not only have they drafted well, they've put the role players around so that way every single year he's able to contend. Every single year. Every single year we've rated the Warriors 1 through 6.
Yeah.
I can't say the same about a lot of other star players around the league.
Organization.
You
Yep.
can't say that about Dame. You can't say that. You can't even say that about the Knicks. I mean, yeah, the Knicks are winning now because they have a good point guard. But prior to what's his face? Who's the point guard? What's his
Brunson.
name? Brunson.
Brunson.
Prior to Brunson breaking out in Dallas and them actually going for him, and then having his father on the
Steph.
payroll, um, they wasn't going the trades and every Kyrie,
Yeah.
Dame, and Trey Young. There was a lot of other point guard names out there. Now they have
Hmm.
Brunson. They have a good point guard. He broke out. He had a better year as the actual starter coming into with the Knicks. He put them over the top. The Knicks are still not a top 4 team, but they can contend with him.
Yeah.
So Giannis is not going to have that after this year.
No.
Drew retires. Lopez, even if Lopez decides to stay, how many years does Lopez have left?
Exactly. Lopez, how many years he got left? You got, and like we said, the Middleton thing, like
I don't even think Middleton is not elite to me anymore. He's
no. He's just gonna be a high level role player for real. He's not one of those elite.
And the high level was debatable too. I mean, let's keep it a buck. When's the last time Middleton has really been in that conversation as a 1-2 punch?
Just
because there was a time where he was an
all-star.
He's not. And I don't even know what Drew's gonna give you because Drew's defense fell off. It did. Look, let's keep everything a buck, man. Nah, let's keep everything a buck,
strong Butler, man.
No, let's keep no pun intended. Let's keep everything a buck. Drew wasn't at his best last year. He wasn't, and I don't know if it was a combination of him not being 100% or him losing a step, but he wasn't himself. He wasn't his defensive self.
He definitely wasn't 100, and Butler took advantage of that.
He did.
So,
and in my opinion, the better team won. Miami was the better team. They wasn't on paper.
I don't think better. They got like I said, the playoffs is a lucky break too. Giannis came in injured. If he was there, if he was there, you never know. Yeah. But still, that's the reason why you never know. Why would you get rid of the coach? I don't know. That's crazy.
For a non-proven coach.
Yeah, I think. They doing nut shit, and I think he should. he should be ready to be out if they don't have no success this year. Like truthfully,
if they don't have success, I wouldn't directly ask for a trade.
No.
But I'm definitely putting in the air like, yo, look, y'all either trade me this year or I'm walking in free agency because it's not like y'all can't, this ain't football, baseball, or anything. There's no arbitration, there's no tendering or franchise tagging. No, bro, I'm out. And I'm a vested vet.
Yep.
I'm a commanded everywhere else. So
everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like you might as well get out while you can before you end up like Dame.
And that's why I say if it's okay to be loyal to yourself, only be loyal to a team that's been loyal to you. Steph Curry is probably the only person in this league currently standing that could honestly say that their franchise has been fully loyal.
Keep it a stack. It's the teams that's winning. You know what I mean? Denver Warriors. Those are the people who've been loyal, man. Like they paid Clay while he was hurt. Draymond got his money. Like
they've been so loyal to their big three that they got rid of a great prospect and a future moving on from Steph and Jordan Poole in order to pay Dre and keep their big three together. Like that's how you know like a franchise is look, these are our guys and we're going to put the pieces around them and we're going to win. And if we can't, it's because we wasn't good enough and we didn't put that's taking ownership. That's taking it's taking it on the owners. Like, hey, it's on us. I didn't give Steph enough.
Yep.
We're gonna go into the season and that's exactly what happened. 73 wins. We didn't win a championship. After a 73 win season, we didn't win a championship. Hey, KD, what's up?
Pull up.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we got money.
That's loyalty. Like, yo, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I gotta pull up my phone for this one. You want to go first or me?
For which one? First, you gotta sit there. Okay.
Yeah. We just
playoff prediction. Can we just pick
10 teams? 10 teams.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick like in actual order.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sit there and put some teams out there. What we starting in the East, West?
We can start in the East. I got the East pulled up. We can start in the East.
All right, perfect. So we could both agree on Boston.
Yeah, Boston's number one. Period.
Boston's in there.
Out of order, Boston's number one.
Yeah, Boston's in there. Of course, I'm gonna say the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Throw the Knicks in there. Honestly, bro. It's just so much discourse going around put the Knicks. I put Cleveland, even though they were still worried about if Donovan gonna stay,
Yeah,
but
Donovan Mitchell.
they still got a solid group.
Did they extend him? Is he extended or he's playing out his contract with
I think
the
he's
Jazz?
playing out. I don't think he extended it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I said Boston, Cleveland, Knicks. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go with Milwaukee. I think they still gonna be able to, they
Yeah,
still
I
got
still think
those
that
three.
they're in a
So
range
they're gonna be in there.
because we talking about the 10 teams to go,
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah,
playing. Okay.
yeah. Of course, even though the discourse with both of these teams don't know if they're gonna have their point guards there that they want.
The Hawks,
Philly,
Philly, and
uh,
the Bucks.
what? No, what you mean? What
Oh,
happened with
I
the
thought you talking about the Hawks.
No,
Go ahead.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
talking
My
about
bad.
Philly and
My bad.
Miami
Go ahead.
because
My bad.
Miami want that point guard, but you don't know if you're gonna be there by the start of the
Okay.
season.
Okay.
So
I see now.
yeah,
Okay.
now it's
I agree.
like you don't know how they're gonna start the season and how they're gonna finish the season or where they're gonna be. But I
Yeah,
still
as far as point
yeah,
guard, as far as okay.
yeah, as far as the whole team, because now they lost pieces as well
Yeah, yeah.
to
Oh yeah,
open up
Miami lost a lot of
spot.
good
Yeah.
pieces.
So now, and I can see Philly obviously still going to be in it, but it's still going to be different because
I'd say it depends
I
on
say that
Embiid's health.
that's exactly because they still got Maxi, so
Yeah, but I mean, without Embiid, I don't think they're going anywhere. But
exactly
let's just say everybody's healthy. Go ahead.
if everybody's healthy. And then my next two is going to be Atlanta. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh,
Yeah,
I got
he's 7.
3, but I got Atlanta
Okay, that's
definitely.
8. Okay,
Indiana
okay. It's
and
getting
who
interested.
else?
Heating up. Who else you got?
that
Who else you got? What's the final
last
spot? What's the final
that
spot? I need
last
number
one, I
10.
didn't know we was going to 10.
I mean, it's the
That
10. There's only
last
10 teams that's
spot.
going to the playoffs. I think 4 of them are playing teams, so it's only 10.
Yeah, but I wasn't really thinking about them. Like they just made those are like dark horse
All
ones.
right, so
I wasn't.
give me your 10, and then give me 2 dark horses that can make the play-in. We'll go like that. So we'll stay in the East. You got the Bucks, the Celtics, the Sixers, the Cavs, the
Oh, I'm
Knicks.
gonna at least give it to Chicago. That's the one of the teams
Okay,
that'll be a 10.
okay.
Cause no, did I say Toronto?
You
Toronto
didn't say
definitely.
Toronto. No, you got Toronto
Man,
looking out. You got them
no,
on the
no, no,
outside
no,
looking
no,
in.
no. Nah, I believe in my boys in Toronto. I'm gonna have them before Chicago because
Okay,
I
okay.
understand they got
I'm not mad
a
at that.
new regime over there, like as
I'm not
far
mad
as
at that.
coaching and stuff. But I just don't trust Chicago. Like they good, but uh,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not
I'll
mad at
put
that.
them in there.
So your 10 is the Pacers, the Raptors, the Heat, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Cavs, the 76ers, the Celtics, the Bucks. Wait, no, that's 9, right?
In
Me
Toronto.
in Toronto. Okay. All right. I got consensus is Celtics. Like
Yeah,
that's our consensus, right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
have the Celtics is actually my pick to go to the finals, but that's just the consensus. I have the Bucks, I have the Sixers, I have the Cavs, I have the Knicks, I have the Nets. I have the
Oh
Nets.
yeah, I forgot
I
about
have
that.
them going to the playoffs. They're a fringe team. I think that
Yeah,
they can. I think that they have enough youth. They have enough to get there. Not saying they can't. They could get past the play-in of the first round, but they got to get there. I have the Hawks as long as they have Trae Young, as long as he doesn't get traded.
yeah.
I have the Heat, of course. So that's 8.
Wait, time out. They've been trade talks for the Hawks. That's why you said
Oh
that. What
yeah,
you mean?
the Lakers are looking at Trey right now. They want
Oh,
Trey.
the Lakers. All
Hey
right. The
man,
Lakers want everybody. I don't, that
I
Laker
mean,
fan base is different.
eh,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
I
go.
mean,
No,
I'm just I can only read the reports and report it, man. Um,
Jeez, man.
but I'm not going with the Raptors or the Bulls. Those are the only 2 teams that I do not agree with you. Not even in the play-in. I have the Pacers,
Yeah.
so that's my 9th team, and I have the Hornets. Sorry. I think that this LaMelo's gonna bring them. He's gonna bring them to the play-in. They're not gonna win the play-in, but he's gonna bring them there.
Yeah.
He gonna bring them there. So I have the Hornets. That's my 10. And for a dark horse, I have the Wizards. I have the Wizards.
Wizard.
That's what dark horse.
I
Look,
I
look, look.
think it's
Don't
just
quote
too
me,
much
but dark
shots that's
horse,
gonna be
I
able
have
to
the
go
Wizards.
around, bro. There's just gonna be too much freedom, and I
Nah, it
think
is. It is, man.
it's gonna be
I think
crazy.
Poole
They're
could
gonna
go
be.
nuts. I think Poole
Yeah, I
go.
think he's
He
gonna
gonna
have
average
an
like 30s,
inefficient
man.
25, bro. He gonna have an
Yeah,
inefficient 25.
yeah. I can see that. I can see that. But that's my dark horse. I don't think they're gonna do nothing. I don't think they don't have everything collectively together. But
Yeah,
I think the Pacers are a lot better than a lot of people are giving them credit for. I think the Pacers
indeed.
are gonna be a top 5 to 6 team this year.
Yeah, it's just because they have the pieces where you
They
think of a
have.
championship team.
Yep.
You
I don't
they
think
have the
they're not a
pieces.
championship team yet.
No, no,
But
no. That's what I'm saying. But
they're
they
a contender.
what I
Yeah.
mean is that they have the pieces. All is about the pieces develop
Yeah.
into
Development. Yep.
that, and
I
then
agree.
you'll be like, oh wow, okay.
I agree. All right, I'm gonna start off the West now. I'll let you. Nuggets consensus. I think they're gonna be number one. I think. Even though I think losing Bruce Brown, I think that was a huge blow, but
They still
I
got the
think
whole
that they
team.
still have enough
Yeah,
to
they got
do
the other
anything they do.
Brown.
I mean, they have arguably Jokic is arguably top 2 in the league currently. So I think I have the Nuggets. That's my consensus number one. I'm not budging off of that.
Yeah.
I have no order. Warriors, Suns, Thunder, Mavericks. Where I'm at 5. Nuggets,
Yeah.
Suns, Warriors, Mavericks, Thunder. Okay. Clippers,
Okay.
Lakers. So where
Uh-huh.
I'm at 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is where it gets tough
I don't know if it get that
because
tough.
I say it's tough because the rest of the league, I think I'll give the Timberwolves. I'll give the Timberwolves credit. So I'll put the Timberwolves at 8. Okay, I'll put the Pelicans at 9. Now this is where
Pelicans.
it gets tough because you have Grizzlies, Kings, Jazz, Blazers, Rockets, Spurs. And I say this is tough because I don't think with Morant serving his suspension, he's gonna be gone for like a quarter of the season. They're gonna start off rough, and I don't think that they're gonna have enough to sustain that. They're gonna have to overachieve when Morant gets back. So I have them missing the playoffs this year. The
Memphis?
Kings, I feel like the Kings overachieved last year. For God's sakes, they had the 3 seed. They had the 3 seed. They overachieved.
Overachieved.
They overachieved, bro. But I'll give the Kings credit. I don't think that they're a top 5 or 6 team in the West. I feel like they've really overachieved. They punched a lot of people in the mouth last year, and I think a lot of that was Mike Brown. And just his schemes and having a really fast point guard in De'Aaron Fox and him learning from his time under Kerr. But yeah, I'll take the Kings as my 10th team. But my dark horse team is the the Jazz. And people gonna say it's crazy,
I
but
believe that.
I think the Jazz has enough youth, and I think Laurie, who you're high on, that's your boy.
Yeah.
I think Laurie puts it together. I think Laurie has an all-star season, and he shows people like he's for real. So I mean, Jazz will be my dark horse, but yeah, that's my 10.
I think we agreed on everything, damn near everything. Once you get to the last little trickle bits, that's
Yeah, it's hard.
always
It's hard
where
at the bottom.
that's always where it
Yeah, it's
goes.
hard.
Because I obviously Denver.
Mhm.
I seen what last year, in Minnesota, they was, Carl was injured.
Yeah.
And then we seen Anthony Edwards. He's taking that leap. He's going
Yeah,
crazy.
he's and it's always the Olympics that really show you
Yeah.
like Yeah, because I mean, you see a lot of players that go into the Olympics and have really good, and it
And then
transfers over to
that's
the season. So yeah, I that's why I'm high on the Tim. I'm high on the
yeah.
Timberwolves.
They get that energy like they the best in the world because they playing the
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
and they obviously we got Golden State because they coming in
yeah.
healthy.
As long as you have a healthy big three, I mean, Golden State, you can't knock them out.
And then Los Angeles, I just put Los Angeles on my list. I ain't designate the Lakers or the Clippers because
It's one of
when you
those teams
have
that
yeah, when you have those those rosters, those
Mhm.
players on there, you like, yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs. So I put the Clippers and the Lakers.
Okay.
Phoenix, obviously, we come on. That big three is crazy.
Yeah, that
Crazy.
and
Even
they
though we
said they
gotta
got
see them work
Bill running the
together.
point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have Booker running the point. I ain't gonna hold when he ran the point during when they was in a bubble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they was doing their thing. But they talk
And I
about
think
run
Bill plays
point.
better off ball anyway.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. They talk about run point, but it's just two guards.
Yeah, it
That's
really
all
is.
it is. It's two
They're playing
guards. They're gonna
positionless,
yeah, that's what it is, yo. If you got it tonight, you might have it more. But
and they
technically,
have a new coach
they
too.
needed to say they needed to say somebody was the point guard.
But
So
they have a new
so they could
coach too,
shut it
so
up.
that's gonna be interesting to keep an eye on because they don't have
Yeah.
Monty no more.
All right. But yeah, they just needed something to shut people up and be like, yeah, Bill's the point guard. Let's shut up now, guys. All right.
I still think. I mean, it's KD gonna end up with the ball at the end of the game, so
Yeah,
really
yeah.
don't
So it's
matter.
like it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't
And
matter.
then the next one we had in common, obviously, not obviously, but at that time is OKC.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
high on my
We're
guy
both high
Shea.
on the OKC.
On
I mean,
Shea and that
you
new
have Chet
look.
winning rookie this year, don't you?
My
Rookie of the
boy
year.
Chet, yes, sir. I just
Yeah.
think that it's and not to go to the rookie of the year thing. I think Wemby has more to hype, obviously, but them two are
I think Wemby
similar.
has more upside, but I don't think he's gonna put it
Yeah,
together this year.
yeah, exactly. And I think they have they have the same type
They
of
have
skill
similar
set.
traits. Yeah, they do.
So, and then you got to factor in the winning team, and Oklahoma just has
Yeah,
more of a winning culture around. People who's
yeah.
really gonna fight.
And then on top of that,
It's
it's
not
the
even
pieces
about
that's
winning.
around. I mean,
Yeah, sometimes.
You got Shah dishing you the ball, and they got in my opinion, OKC, looking at like their youth, give them 2 years, they're going to be
Yeah, they're gonna be
nobody's
crazy,
touching
but
them in the
like I said, they got
nobody's
guys.
touching them in the West.
They don't just got winners over there. They got fighters over there. People who
Yeah,
just always gonna
that's who.
compete every
That's who.
night. So it's
Scrappy.
like, yeah. So it's like, yo, these guys are gonna be in it. And
Yeah.
this is the part where we differ because I got Sacramento and Memphis, and it was tough because the Pelicans is. But I gotta see what they. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with Zion coming back. I
I
mean,
gotta
I could
see
agree,
what it
but I
look
mean, even
like.
without Zion, I mean, they were still a ninth seed. They made the play-in.
Yeah, that's why they're a good dark horse. Like I feel
Yeah,
like they the team that's like I'm like when it comes to percentage, you think who's guaranteed, like who's going to give you a good, you know what I mean? You don't know because
yeah.
it's like I'm not 100% sure. And I've seen Sacramento go crazy last season, even though you call it a fluke. I don't think that maybe
I
they're
mean, I
not going
don't
to be
call it a fluke.
3,
I just
but they
think,
still have they still have that play style that they coming in with,
yeah,
and it's tough to
okay,
defend and guard. So it's like, yo, every night not everybody's going to be on that A game from the other team. And you've seen
yeah,
them
nah,
throughout the whole year.
they bring it. Mike
They
Brown brings out the dog in them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, they
Yeah,
was competing all year, and it's like, yo, that's what's gonna happen. So I feel like Sacramento's still gonna be up there. In Memphis, we talk about you talking about,
Morant out for
yo,
like
job
20
being
some
out,
games, man.
man.
Morant
Listen,
out for 20
listen.
something games, man.
20 job missed 20 something games already. And look at Memphis where we talk about them.
Yeah, but
We
that's
talk
what
about, but we talk about Memphis
they've
all the
lost a lot of
time,
players
even
though.
without them.
I don't want to say they lost a lot of players, but they
They
lost some
they
key
got
pieces.
players that are who they lost what is it, Vanderbilt or something they had before? That was the most loss they had in the past
Not,
2-3
and
years.
they lost their defensive specialists.
Ooh, no, he just was no, that's Minnesota. Who's the defensive specialist? Who you talking about? Oh
Yeah,
man,
you know what I'm talking about.
the
You know what I'm talking
good
about.
the shit.
Hey man, you so about the
all he-
LeBron stopper, man. They lost the LeBron.
bro, we not worried about him. We got Baines. We got
Nah,
people who
yeah.
gonna
I mean,
compete.
look,
Like we got
I just
defensive player of the year, Jaron
I just
Jackson
don't think they
Jr.
have enough to
showing his
overcome that.
worth.
I
At the
don't.
end of the day, they do have enough, and they're gonna still be in it. You talk about a top 10 people.
So
They've been doing this
you're kicking out
already.
the Mavs and bringing
The
in the
Mavs,
Grizzlies because
I got
that's
the
a team that
Mavs
you
in
would take
there.
out.
No, I said the Mavs.
You said the Mavs?
Oh, I probably ain't say. I thought I was at the end. I
Nah, you
meant
didn't say the
the Mavs,
Mavs.
but the
All right,
Mavs is
so
on my
but
list.
you got the
That's
Pelicans out.
probably yeah.
All
I
right,
got
so
the
you got one more
Pelicans out.
team.
That's the only. That's only. No, what you mean? The Mavs. That's the team. The team that you
Okay,
thought
okay,
I
okay. I
didn't
see,
say
I
was
see,
the
I see. So you got the
Mavs. Yeah,
Mavs and the Pelicans, and you got okay.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
it now.
We just the only ones we don't have in common is Pelicans.
It's the Pelicans
Pelicans in Memphis.
and Memphis, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you're higher on Memphis than I am. I don't think that they're
bro,
gonna be able
they've
to.
been there already. They've
I
done
get
that. They
that. I
played
get that, but
without
it's
him.
different. It's different. It's different from starting the season without your star, from having your star start the season and then be without him for stretches in the season. It's very different. It's very different.
But
Ja makes that team go. He sets the tone and say he sets the tone for those first 10 games. He gets injured, he's out the next 10. That tone is already set. He's not there to set that tone. He's
the
not
thing
there to bring
about
that
this,
intensity and bring. I just don't see it. I
I
don't
just
see it.
see they still got it because at the end of the day, this is the same core that's been playing without him already.
I get
They
it.
know how to play without him, and
I
it's just
get you.
like it might not look the best. It might not be the you know what I mean, the best flowing shit in the world because John not there, but they done this. They know they're gonna be real scrappy. Like what are they gonna do? Like you talk about Dylan Brooks is gonna be the X Factor? Was the X Factor? No, it was Baines. It was Triple J. And you gonna have
I
Stephen
don't see it,
Adams
man.
back? Come
I
on.
don't see it. I
Come
don't see
on.
it. I'm
Okay.
happy that you see it. I don't see it.
I know.
I don't see
Trust me. We that way for each side, bro. You had a team that I had a team that's like, I don't know.
it.
So,
All right.
especially what you said about Sack. I don't know. You crazy.
Look, man, I like Sack. I think Sack. I still got them going to the playoffs.
You had them
I just
outside the 10.
no. Look, they was a part of my 10. I said that what did I say out the West?
I'm telling you, you had them outside of the 10.
Did I have them outside the 10?
Yes, sir. That sounds like you're
No.
crazy.
I still had them in my 10. I had the Grizzlies outside of my 10. I had the Grizzlies instead of the Mavericks. They were still in my 10. And I said
Oh, okay.
the Jazz was my dark horse.
Okay.
Yeah, I still had the Grizzlies going. I think that they're still a playoff team. Ja Morant or not, they're still a playoff team. I just don't think that they have enough to overcome not having Ja in the first 20
Oh,
something
yeah.
games. I think that they're going to be a playing team this year and they're going to have to really fight. But the good thing about that team is their makeup is they're going to fight. They're going to fight tooth and nail. So I'm not really mad at that. But no, I had the I had the man.
No, I'm telling you,
So
you had them
I had
out
the
because
Grizz.
we had the same Denver,
No,
Minnesota,
but I said
Dallas.
yeah,
Look,
but I said
listen, listen,
Grizzlies. The
listen, listen.
Grizzlies are not making it. That's what I said. The Grizzlies are not making it to the playoffs. I said
What's
that they're gonna be a
mean?
fringe playoff team. I have the Mavericks in over the
No,
Grizzlies.
I'm telling you, because listen. Look. Phoenix,
I have
both
Phoenix.
LAs,
Both LAs. I have the
Oklahoma.
Nuggets.
You
I
said
got
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
the Warriors,
the Warriors,
Dallas,
Dallas,
Minnesota,
Minnesota,
Denver.
Denver.
That's 8. And I
Yeah.
didn't even say Sacramento.
Look, but I said
Oh, we
I
going
know. I have
10.
Sacramento making
I'm
it.
tripping.
I said Grizzlies are not making it. That's what I said.
What
Grizzlies
you
is not
mean?
making it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I
tripping.
said.
I'm
I
tripping.
said
I'm
Grizzlies.
tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Every time I think about the playoff picture, I still always go to 8 in my mind.
Yeah, 8,
So I'm
yeah.
like, yo, what do
Yeah,
you
but it
mean?
gotta
Oh,
be
but
10
it's
now
10.
because of the
Yeah, I
plane.
did say 10 though. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have the Grizzlies looking outside in, and I have the
All right.
Jazz
So
as
our
my dark
difference was
horse.
just Memphis and
Yeah, it was just Memphis. Yeah, but I have the
Pelicans.
Mavs taking the Grizzlies because I think a full season with Kyrie and Luca, I think they figure it out. And I think
Who was our
I don't
difference
think
in the East?
huh?
Who was our difference in the East? Because now we gotta. That's gotta be our
Difference in the East
thing.
was the Raptors and the Bulls.
Wait, you had the Raptors?
No, you had the Raptors. I ain't have Toronto.
Wait, who did you
I don't think
have that I
Toronto
didn't
making it.
have?
I don't think Toronto was even a playing team.
Please, my boys do their thing.
I don't think that they even a playing. No, I had I took the Raptors and the Bulls out and I put in the Pacers and the Hornets.
Oh, the Hornets.
Yeah,
Okay.
and my dark
Now
horse
I
team was
had
the Wizards.
I had
You
Raptors
had the
and you
Raptors
had
and the Bulls.
Hornets. No, I took the Bulls. It was between those
No.
two.
You had the
Was my
Pacers. You had
last.
the Raptors and the Pacers.
Yeah, my last two. So the only difference we had between the East
Is the
was
Bulls,
Toronto
is
and
Toronto,
Charlotte,
and
and in the West, Memphis and Pelicans. All right, cool. So we gotta put that on wax because
yeah, we do.
whoever got the best record from each one, we
All
gotta
right,
have
so
like
look,
$20 bets on this, man.
let's lock it in stone. Let's make a bet.
We gotta have a bet on that, man.
If my 10 from the Western and the Eastern Conference makes it,
No,
I'll send you a case.
we ain't even gotta talk about the 10, just the outliers that we had that was different. You know what I mean? Just
All right,
like
yeah.
my
So
Toronto
but that's still the
your
10.
Charlotte.
If your 10 don't make it, if your esteem, if those
Oh
teams
yeah,
you
because
had,
that's
so it's
really
still the 10. So if your teams don't make it, you gotta send me a case of Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA.
bro.
I'll send you the
I
link.
ain't gonna
I'll send
lie,
you
I
the link. You
don't
gotta
even
send me
know
a
what
whole
that
case of them joints.
is. I don't know what that is.
It's big, man. I'm a huge Voodoo Ranger fan. It's IPA, man. I love it.
Whatever that is, I want that too. And
You
I'm
want it
just gonna
too?
I want it too, because all
All
I'm
right,
gonna
look. So
do is
look,
just record it. Listen,
Voodoo Ranger, Juice Force,
listen.
IPA.
Listen, you're not listening to me though.
Go ahead.
I just wanted just to record a video of me chucking that shit off the roof. All right, that's all. All right, that's it. I don't even want it. I'm gonna chuck that bitch off the roof just to
All
show
right.
you that we won. What you talking
All right.
about? Let's go Toronto.
Look,
Let's go
look.
Grizzlies.
Let's make it even better. Let's make it even better.
So,
Because your West, because the West could go down, but the East could look different, right? So if my West 10 make it and your West don't, you got to owe me that case. I want 2 cases of the Voodoo Ranger. Now, if the East go, I want the gallon Henny. You got to send that to me. The gallon Henny.
I don't even know what this means.
The gallon Henny.
No,
I want
the
the
Henny,
big
but I
one.
mean, if my East and your West, I don't know.
But look, because look at it. Think about it this way. Your Pelicans, not your Pelicans.
My
You said
Grizz.
Pelicans?
No, my Grizz.
Your Grizz can make it, and my Mavs can't, right?
You Mavs? No. You got Pelicans and man. Oh, I don't know, bro. This is
So
like
you have the Grizz going. I don't. Okay, so look, your Grizz can make it. Your Grizz make it, which means one of my teams don't make it, and more than likely it'll either be the Mavs or the Pelicans, right? Your Grizz make it. We'll discuss that. We'll have to put it on Twitter or something like that. We'll make that bet. But if my Mavs, if the Grizz don't make it, they don't make the playoffs. I have them outside the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, you send me 2 cases of Voodoo Ranger.
Bro,
now,
this is
East. All right, we'll hold on. We'll figure this out. We're gonna figure this out.
That's what I'm telling you. It's just literally all
it
is Charlotte versus Toronto and New Orleans versus Memphis. That's really all we have to think about. Like, you doing all this extra stuff.
Because at the East you have Toronto
and you have Charlotte. Those are the ones that we disagree about.
Okay.
And then in the West, the only ones we disagree about is New Orleans and Memphis. So it's even,
Memphis.
like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
There's no the whole rest of the list is me and you.
All right. I like
that's the difference we have.
All right.
So whoever
let's
wins,
let's sit on that bet. We're gonna talk amongst each other and we'll bring it to the pod the next episode.
Exactly. Let's go Toronto.
But all right, real quick before we leave. Give me 2 teams to make it to the finals. That's it. Give me 2 teams.
Bro, because you know the 2 teams I'm gonna choose is
I already,
Boston
yeah.
and
I think
we
we
got
have
the
a
same
consensus with
ones.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's Boston
I
and
Boston and Denver.
Pelicans.
Mm,
Huh?
And what? Wait, what you said? You said Golden State?
I just messing with you. I said the Pelicans. I was messing with you.
Oh,
But yeah, Denver and
yeah.
Boston. I
It's
think
gonna be Denver and
that'll be
Boston.
a good one too.
It's gonna be Denver and Boston. But my dark horse is gonna be Warriors and Boston. But we ain't gonna
Yeah,
talk
I
about
want
that
to
right
see
now.
that again. The
Yeah, I want to
Warriors,
see
come
that.
on,
I want to
bro.
see that
You
too. I
know
want
the
to see part two.
Warriors.
I want to see
The
part two.
Warriors.
But yeah, I have. Yeah, it's
Or
Denver. It's
Phoenix
Denver and
or
Celtics.
Phoenix and Milwaukee. You know what I mean? That could be.
That could be a
Yeah, come on.
very well
Durant coming
possibility. Or
back. You know what
Phoenix
I mean?
and Boston. Honestly, I don't think that there's any team in the East that could really take Boston.
Yeah, that's a tough thing.
That yeah, it's tough. So
Boston got to be on the
nah,
P's and
they
Q's
gonna
though still because
look,
they
man.
was on bullshit
The way
last year.
Tatum's been training, and I hope Jalen Brown been working on his right.
I mean,
Or
they
I mean
both
on
been
his
in this.
left.
You saw the photo, man. They had the album cover looking photo. They ready. They've been balling together,
On
man.
Embiid too, though. Embiid been balling with Tatum. They like best friends. They besties.
Oh
Shoot, Embiid might go
man.
to Boston.
Joel Embiid. I hate that guy. I like him, but I hate him.
I don't like that combination. I don't like that combination.
Nah, that's just ugly.
Yeah, it's bad.
I ain't gonna high key if I'm Jason Tatum, I wouldn't even want him. Like I would, but I want it because I'm like, yo, I just torched you the entire playoffs. Now
Yeah.
somebody else get on the other side. They're just gonna torch you the entire playoffs, and I'm gonna have to look at this. Like,
Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Embiid gotta go somewhere else. It's either comes to the Knicks or leave the East. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right,
But
man.
yeah,
It's been our episode. Been longer than we expected, but you know,
that's a good.
that's how it goes. It is what it is. We'll see you guys next Thursday, and yeah, man, keep it funky.
Yeah, you already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above. Your boy signing out.
All the above, man. I like that.